Finally! Kill! 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 Fading time! Don't stop! I still hunger. time. The hunger, it never ends. I still
I shall strike you down.
Hi, this is Bay here, and this is end of day 2 and start of day 3 of Ruthless Phrecia solo self-found. So, as you can tell, the character is pretty strong. 7 Arakaali is pretty much the best starter in terms of access to stuff without having to rely on items. So, yeah, most of your damage is actually coming from your ascendancy and not from anything else. And here's the kind of the explanation for it. If you look here at my gear, I only kind of have a 3 link, so I have 3 endurance. I managed to find endurance charge on melee stun and unbound ailments, and they are linked to Summon Raging Spirit and Raise Zombies. I got lucky and found a Tear of Purity. This was off Doidre, and I also got lucky and found this off the Lunaris and Solaris fight. So this gives me quite a bit of flat for my minions, so they get extra damage. And this gives me Purity of Elements, which gives me elemental immunity, ailment immunity, and then some resistances as well as, no, quite a bit of resistance actually, because this gives res, and then also purity elements gives me quite a bit of res as well. So right now I'm actually, even though I just finished Act 10 Kitava, I'm still capped at res, which is something a little bit hard to accomplish in Ruthless because you don't have bench. So I'm quite lucky here. And yeah, overall, what else is contributing my damage? I have, where is it? Pyroclast Mine of Sabotage. So every mine adds about 21 to 31 flat damage, which is quite a big amount. What I'm doing as well is I'm trying to get, I got the duration of mines long enough that they last quite a while. But I can't cast too many of them because then I run out of mana. Yeah, but about 15 or so of them is like 200 flat also. So loads of flat damage from minions, and so it's kind of important to have more minions than it is to have like minions with a lot of links on them, because I just don't have the support gems for lots of links. Yeah. So the damage sources are, you have Stone Golem. Stone Golem unfortunately is unlinked. And then you have Sun Raging Spirit and Ray Zombies. And then if you have corpses around, I don't have any Desecrate Gem at the moment, unfortunately, so I can't proc this consistently. But yeah, when I use Ray Zombie on like corpses while mapping, I summon Phantasms. The Phantasms, you can have 10 of them, and they also benefit off the flat that you get from everywhere else, from your Envy as well as your Pyroclast Mine of Sabotage. Then during mapping as well, you also get this. So you have level 20 Ray Spiders on kill. Ray Spiders, you'll be wondering like, how are you going to get Ray Spiders on kill when your minions are killing? Well, because a good portion of my damage is going to be poison. So 50% chance to inflict poison and to poison enemies on hit means that all my minions will poison. And if the minions die because of poison, it's my kill, okay? So any kills, any poison damage done by minions that leads to a kill is effectively my kills. That's how the game kind of works. So that's how spiders spawn. I need this to be a lot more consistent, and that will only happen once I get this, so Penance Mark. I'm not sure if I want to unspec out of Envy just to get Penance Mark, because then my spiders, I'll have spiders on bosses and single target, but I think mapping is a higher priority for me at the moment, not really bossing, so maybe something I don't really have to care about at the moment. I've done my third lab, right? So this is my third lab. It was pretty okay, not too bad. All in all, the build's only really hard for the first 30 levels until you get Envy, because Envy is the thing that kind of basically gives you a free progression, right? Because this Envy here functions as like, I don't know, 3 links, 2 extra support gems. That's how I feel. This functions as like 2 or 3 extra support gems, and when you're on like Ruthless, 2 and 3 extra support gems is pretty massive. So with this, you kind of just breeze through eggs, and then you just get the rest. Other than the lucky finds of this and this, not much else. Rest of the gear is pretty average. It's just res mostly and life. Probably need a bit more chaos res here, but you know, a bit hard to find that at the moment, so I'll just leave it as it is. With this, I should have enough progression to get the maps. I looted 2 idols already. I might want to do a bit more lab to get some other gems, but for now I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, I since there's no Alice tree, there's not really much content you can target. You just clear maps and just get idols, and whatever idols you have, you roll with them. Only when you get like a surplus of idols like down the road, then you can actually figure out what you want to do with your idols, what kind of setup you want to run. But yeah, I would assume that this is like pretty easy to progress. So what are my other plans? Probably to 6 socket this. I want to build around this actually. I think this is strong, because one, this thing is poison enemies on hit, means it's not just attack hits, it's also spell hits, and I'm pretty sure Phantasms do spells, spell damage. Phantasms also have pretty decent damage. Okay. And you can get 20 of them once you have summoned Phantasm Gem in this. And then you can proc them quite consistently as well once you have like some Desecrate, cast on channeling set up with Cyclone or something. And then, you know, they do range damage, which is great because your zombies can frontline for you. And then the spiders also will frontline for you as they spawn. So I think I'm gonna build around this. There isn't really that much of a priority to go shields because there is no shield charge in this. Your mobility is heavily limited. You can only move and quick step. And so yeah, I think 6 socketing this will be a priority, and then trying to get damage links for this and then build around this. Probably have to set up Ray Zombie to do like what's it done for it? To just be a bit tankier, just the front line. And then I'll drop Summon Raging Spirit at some point because Summon Raging Spirit isn't really benefiting a lot of the flat fizz, right? Because it's just converting everything to fire, and the only poison damage it's doing is from your envy, which isn't really gonna scale. So I'm thinking like since I have the Soul Rest, I can just do Poison Soul Rest, I guess. Yeah, and yeah, let's roll with that. I do want a Carrion Golem to get more flat damage, but you know, I've used all my uncut gems at the moment and I don't have any more to spare. So unless I mew another character, which I don't want to, I probably don't want to, I will just farm up until I eventually drop one. Since it's an SSF, you know, it's not like I can buy one, right? Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this rundown. Well, let me just throw the pathing to you. So yeah, you know my items already. It's pretty straightforward. Get lucky on some uniques, but the rest is just res and life. Res and life is enough to just carry you into maps, to be honest, because the base toolkit of your ascendancy is just so strong. Okay, you want to path up here. You want to get to you want to get all the damage nodes first early. So before I hit level 30 and go for my first ascendancy points, you want damage because this build unfortunately is damage starved. This is your priority because that's your SRS uptime. So you need this as fast as possible. And then if you really need damage like quickly, down here you have a couple of nodes that give it. So 1, 2, 3. You can always unspec all this later. The moment you hit your first ascendancy, you that's where your damage will start to shine. You want to path up here. You get all the minion damage attack speed nodes. You'll be using smite for damage boost. I don't think I need this anymore, but I just still have it here for just I don't know, just in case. You path up here, you get all the damage nodes. So minion damage nodes are your priority, to be honest. Life and minion damage nodes are your priority. Eventually you want to get minion defenses so they don't die so fast. So down here, and then you get golem buff, just do a double golem, and then have your golems do will have greater buff effect. Yeah, so this is really strong as well. If you find a pyroclast, any mine of sabotage, so pyroclast, icicle, whatever, you put this so that you get mine duration, and then you have mine uptime, and yeah, that's free damage from minions as well. So yeah, what next? Probably to path to here, get life nodes, get staff block nodes. For me, block is probably the main defensive layer, other than res and life, you know. A main defensive layer other than the bare minimum that I can hit. So yeah, I will get this here, so that spell block, get here spell block, and then up here staff block, and then get some life, and then hopefully get some jewels to sock it in. I can also go here and get some more block nodes, but we'll see. The pathing here is a bit more rough, so maybe something I leave till later. Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else. Yeah, should be able to push into yellows easily. I think reds will be a problem until I get links. So yeah, I'll just play this until like I get really bored of it. But it's great to know that this can get day 2 maps from a SSF start. And yeah, see you guys. I'm out. Peace. Bye.